Hello, hello. Uh, Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I thought I'd come in and just work on getting a few things cleaned up. I have. Let me lower my speed down a little bit. All of the fill planes, particle effects, fill types have been transferred over from the islands map over to this map. So now it's just getting what we need into the map and so we can get it updated. So I removed all of the animal pens so they will no longer spawn um, into the map. Hang on 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. For some reason, my Twitch feed on my phone keeps shutting itself off, and I have absolutely no idea why. But I do not have two monitors, so I have to watch chat on my phone, or I won't see any messages. But for some reason, my phone keeps shutting itself off. 1018. No, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the stream. So what I have done is I have taken the sleep trigger out of the map. So this house will stay here because I like how it looks. And none of the animal pens will spawn in. They're all going to be place your own. So I just want to come up here and clean up all these textures. Uh, so you can put your own animal pens in anywhere you want. So I just thought I'd clean this up. Let's get some grass in here. And then I'm not going to stream long. It's going to be probably just a quick hour, hour and a half. Because I have some errands to run right after lunch. But I figured this would be a nice place to put your own down. So just clean up some of this mess from the old animal pens. Take advantage of the placeable system. Get rid of some of these bushes, make this area look a little bit better. And now I'm going to get the beehive production in, the honey and wax, the apiary. I want to try and get that in as soon as we clean some of this up. And then when we get to the hollow map, once we start rebuilding that, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to remove all the animal pens from the map. I'm going to clean that up so you can place your own down. Let's bring this over here. You can use this area for animal pens, placeables, whatever you want to do with it. Clean this up. dog is all wound up today. Alright, so that's this mess cleaned up. I want to get rid of some of these ugly ass bushes. So let's change this over to grass. Leave a few here and there, but we'll get rid of the majority of them. And then, alright, so that mess is cleaned up. And then I want to get rid of this silt. We're no longer going to need in the ponds since we have a silt pond. Or a mist silt mine, I should say, so you can mine your own silt. And that should be over here. So you drop off your diesel. Your silt will spawn over there in the pond. So this is just going to stay here. I want to put in oh, excuse me. I want to pull a, I don't know if I have any in this map. I may have to pull one out of the other map real quick. I want to pull in yeah, we're going to have to fix the water fill triggers, but that'll be another day. I don't want to take the time today to mess with those. So the first thing I want to do is I want to come over here to the animal dealer. And in the same spot as the other map, we're going to put the beehive production in. So I want to create a transform group. Cut it from there, put it in global company. And I think it is Beehives Are Us, I think it's how it's called. File, I'm going to import Ricciville, new buildings. Beehives Are Us. Let's cut it from there. Let's paste it into here. And let's get it over here. I pretty much just took it out of the other map so I can get it over here into this map. So I figure this is just a really quick and easy factory just to get in here first today. Pull it forward a little bit. Let's pull it a little bit more, right about there. Now I want to get a new tour icon in. Let's duplicate that. Beehives Are Us. Let's lift you up a little bit and then move you over to about here. I think that's where our global company trigger was. Yeah, so that's our global company trigger. It can go even a little bit smaller. Now we are going to have to paint it in its own little farmland. So we are going to have to create a new farmland for it. But before we do that, let's get the hotspot in, because I always forget the hotspot. Map DE, refinery. Let's go. Beehives are us. Beehives are us. Let me get my X and my Z. And our Z. Alright, so that'll get us our hotspot in. Farmlands. We have to paint in a new farmland for this map. And let's see if I can figure out probably let's see. Oh, that was a 0. So we use 027, we used 0127, we use 0137. Let's try 017, gets us that one. Let's try, see what 01237 gets us. Farmland 012 3 and 7, it gets us 143. I can live with that. So this is 143, and it was 1 2 3 and 7, and this is going to be beehives. And then we are going to paint in its own farmland just for the beehives. So when we purchase the factory, it's in the correct farmland. Alright, that'll work. And it was 100, and so this now becomes 143. Alright, so everything is in place in the map. Let me give it a quick save. And then we will go here from the islands map. We're going to find beehives. Alright, so here is beehives are us. So let's copy that over to here. This will be our next factory. We have to change it from Richie's Islands to Ricciville. So plywood is already defined. we have to define beehive. We have to define beehive. Alright, so that gets us the first part done. Now I'm going to go to Ricciville Placeables Global Company. We're going to go to the Islands Placeables Global Company. We're going to grab the beehives are us. We are going to paste it in here, and we're going to edit it. First thing I need to do is change the icon from Islands to Ricciville. And then we have to change every Richie's Islands to Ricciville. Alright, so that is, so this factory, we're not making any changes to. We're inputting our plywood. We are going to output our beehives. So everything in this factory should now be working. I don't have to touch this at all. Now we have our beehives in. I want to get our apiary in, and I don't want to take any fields away. So I want to find a nice small place to put our apiary in. I think I'm going to use this area right here if it's big enough here for the poultry house. So I think I want to put the poultry house there. The apiary. So let's take up some of this field here. So that's our beehives. So we're going to create a new transform group. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to put it in here. And it's going to be our apiary. Maybe. There we go. I'm going to go File. I'm going to import the apiary. I'm going to cut it from there. We are going to paste it into here. And I'm going to plop it down here. Now we are going to change this up a bit. It does, I don't know if it's going to fit in here. We may have to put this over somewhere near our orchards and greenhouses. Actually, hold on. I'm going to lose the fence though, so it's more open. Actually, I think I'm going to put it near the, we're going to delete this for now, we'll come back to it. I want to put it near the orchards and the greenhouses once we get the orchards and greenhouses in, but that's a weekend that's a project more for this weekend. So I'm going to come back here instead, and we're going to work on the glue factory and the drywall factory. They're both going to have to be pretty much rebuilt, because I was not able to pull the entire factory out of the other map. So our refinery is back here. Our refinery is up and running. Let's change this from apiary to Ace drywall. I'm going to create another transform group. I'm going to cut it from there, paste it into here, and that's also going to be Ace drywall. Edit. It needs to be back here, so it's in this transform group, or in this farmland once we paint it up. Create another transform group. I'm going to cut it. We're going to put it inside of this one, and then duplicate that a few times. Alright, so this will become our in for all of our input triggers. This will become our out for all of our output triggers. This will be our main transform group for all of our buildings. So I'm going to file, I'm going to import in ACE1. I'm going to cut it from there. We're going to put it here. And this version of Ace Drywall is going to be a little bit smaller than the one in the islands. And we'll probably change it up a little bit. So let's slide you out this way so there's a little bit of room to drive around, and you can come down to about here. Let's import the second part. I'm going to cut it from there, paste it into here. And this is probably where we're going to drop off or spawn out a lot of our goods. And actually, I want to spin this the other way because I've got a better idea. So let's go -90. Slide you down this way. You are going to come over here and get spun around to 0. Because I want to be able to drop off our goods by train or by truck. So you're going to come out to about here and come down a little bit. And now you are going to, not you, the whole transform group are going to come down to about there. Fill in that gap a little bit. Down to about there. Alright, so that looks better. Clearview Bob, good morning. Kilroy, hello. Welcome. I tried to pull the entire drywall factory out of the new islands map to import it into this map, but a lot of the buildings were FS15 and FS17 buildings, so when I tried to export it out and open it in the editor, the editor would crash, so I have to rebuild the drywall factory. Let's go ace number 3. So I brought just bits and pieces of it in so we can rebuild it. I want to cut it from there. Let's paste it into here. And I almost want to move these. We can always move it back, but let's see what they look like over here. Oh, on this side of the train. I like that even better. So let's do a little bit more editing. So I want these to come down a little bit. Let's see if we can now move this back down. So they're going into these tanks. Alright, that I like much better. Let's import in, that was what, number 1, number 2, number 3. Let's import in number 4. Cut it from there, paste it into here, but I think, yeah, this is our visibility, so I don't want it in there. I want it in the so I'm going to cut it from there. I want to put it here. That's better. So now when we put our gypsum in, we get our visibility node. So let's turn you to 90, and let's see if we can get you back lined up with these silos. And then I think, yeah, you've got to come down a little bit. So when we drop off our gypsum, we get our visibility nodes. So it looks like we're going to fill the, let me just come straight above so I can get these centered. So this has to come a little bit. Oh, come on, I can't see the bug. Come down this way just another hair. And it has to come to the left a hair. Alright, so that's our gypsum. When we drop it off, we'll fix the visibility, we'll fix the triggers in a minute. And then our last thing I need to import is the grain station. Cut it from there. Let's paste it into here. And then this is where, yeah, I want to drop off by truck or by train. Here. speed. Let's adjust this down so it's not sticking up too much. And let's get this trigger adjusted. Alright, so that'll work. Go ahead, Clearview Bob. I'll try and catch up on chat. Throw your question out there. Sorry, I only have the one monitor, so every once in a while I gotta look over at my phone to see chat. Okay. Yep. Yep. Sorry, if you're still there, Clearview Bob, throw your question in chat. I'll take a look at it. If you want, send me a private message. All right. So that's going to be our gypsum. We're going to put our this is going to make drywall, but I think we're going to yeah, we'll put our pallet spawners in there. Alright, so let's see what else we're going to need. So what do we need to actually run this factory with? Let's go to here. Let's go find our drywall factory. So we're going to input glue, which is a liquid we can deliver by train or by truck. We have to deliver paper, and that's going to need a pallet trigger. Why did none of my signs come over when I exported them out of the other map? Yeah, none of my signs are here, so we're going to have to go back into the other map and get some of our signs. You are now going to come back down here since we pulled that forward. Yeah, I think we're going to drop off our paper back here. So we're going to have to pull a few things out of the other map. So let me save this. So I'll minimize this. Let's open up the islands map. We're going to grab a few more things out of the drywall factory. We're working on Ritchie Islands. We have trying to get to fill the diesel on the Garden Islands, and we cannot load the tanks at the fill place. You make sure you own the land. You have to own the land that the whatever factory is you're trying to fill. If that doesn't work, make sure you have all the required mods from the required mod pack in your folder. You have to have the like the AAA limit break mod, the animal limit, and there's like everything in that required mod pack. I think it's 6 or 7 mods. You have to have them in your mods folder. And then if not, you probably have a mod conflict. If that does not work, then send me your log in a PM on Facebook, and we'll look at your log to see if you have any errors in your log. Alright, so we are going to grab, I want to grab this racking out of here. So we're going to export this into here. I want to export let's export the whole glue. And let's export the paper. And let's grab, since we're here and we're missing the signs, I want this sign. Let's export this one. And let's export this one. And let's grab this guy here. And then let's grab, I need the water. Yeah, so let's just grab this. Let's minimize that for now. Keep it open in case I need to pull anything else out of it. Let's go back in here to Ricciville. New buildings. Let's the ACE sign. So ACE 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 we already have in the map, so I can delete those. Alright, so the ACE sign, let's fix the textures. So we need from textures 3 ice sign 02. So let's go into the islands map, the common files, textures 3, and we need ACE, sign ACE 02, sign this one. Let's copy that over to here. And let's fix our pathing. So it is now just textures. So that one is fixed. New buildings. What else did I bring over? We brought over the glue. So let's fix this one. We brought over the paper. Objects, palettes, global company. Objects, palettes, global company, textures. Copy those into here. So these can get cut down to just textures. These can get cut down to just textures. So that should fix that one. Paper, let's fix the rack. New buildings textures. New buildings textures regal. New buildings textures regal. Actually, just need all of these. Copy these into here. And then we can take and fix this. Save that. Let me fix these pathing. I'll catch up on chat again. So I fixed our racking. Our water is just now textures. Save that one. So that's fixed. Our glue. No, we have to fix these textures. So objects, palettes, global company. Objects, palettes, global company, textures. Oh, we already fixed those. We just have to fix this pathing. Save that. So that fixes that one. Beehives. I can close that for now. The apiary. I can close that for now. So that fixed our water. Let's fix the water pit. So that I can save. Now this one I can now delete so we don't have duplicate textures. And then this one I can delete so we don't have duplicate textures. We do own it. We can fill the water and the others. We have all the other. Yeah, send me your log. It sounds like you probably have a mod conflict. And then make sure you have all of the required mods from the required mod pack in your mods folder. So let me. The required mod pack. You need the limit break mod. You need the animal limit increaser. The deck chair for the sleep trigger, the easy auto load for the trucks to work. You're going to need a potato washer and the potato steamer because some of the factories will require steamed potatoes and some of the factories will require washed potatoes. The doormat sleep trigger and the outhouse sleep trigger. So you have to have at least the limit break mod, the animal limit increaser, the easy auto load, the potato washer, and the potato steamer. Those must be in your mods folder. Alright, so let's go back in here and let's import in the rack. And we're going to cut it from there. We're going to put it in here. And then let's put our racking in place so we can get our glue and our paper in place. So here's our racking, and it doesn't have to be super close to the wall. Duplicate you and duplicate you, and let's get you on this side. Back a little bit. Duplicate you. Alright, so there's our racking. Let's import in the glue. I'm going to cut it from there. Let's put it in our in transform group. And let's see where our glue ended up. Over here. Alright, so let's bring you down. And let's put our glue in place. So we drop off our glue. They'll show up in here on the racks. We have our triggers, which are going to need to be adjusted a little bit. Let's steal a warning stripe from this factory. So warning stripe, no, you're going to give me just the warning stripe. No, so let's go the hard way. Main. Oh, come on. I know you've got warning stripes in here. There we go. Let's grab this guy. Duplicate him. We will cut him from there. Let's paste him into here. Alright, so that will get us our warning stripes. Where did they go? They went here. Warning stripe. Now let's get them adjusted a little bit. Slight you back some. Slight you back some. Now let's adjust our triggers. So you've got to come up a little bit. And our palette trigger is about there. And then since you're exact fill root 1, let's move you up. Gypsum was 2. Now let's bring in that was our glue. Let's bring in our paper. cut it from there, paste it there, and that is our paper. The only thing we want here is our visibility nodes. Let's pull them forward and over, and they're going to be hard to adjust because we can't see our damn trigger, our bug very well. So let's you got to come forward a little bit more. About there. And then you've got to come over. I hate when it can't see the little gizmo. Makes it really hard to adjust. Back a hair. Back a hair. Back a hair. Just a little bit more, I think. And just another little hair this way. And I think we're good. Alright, so there's our paper. Alright, so we have our glue is first, paper is second. So let's move that up. So we have our glue, we have our paper, we have our gypsum. Now we need diesel and water. Diesel we can drop off by truck or by train. And so we're going to need a diesel tank and a generator. So let's bring up this map. Let's grab the diesel tank and the generator. Actually, the diesel tank and the generator I can steal from another factory since we already have it built into this map. So let's go to we close the refinery. Let's go to the coal mine. Let's grab this guy, duplicate him. Let's cut him out of there. I'll paste him into here. So this should be our fuel tank. Minus 90 will square him up. So here's our diesel tank. Put him about there. And let's come back up to the coal mine and let's steal the generator. So there's our generator. And let's square him up. Move him down a little bit. Put him about there. So there is our diesel. Now our next in is our water. So let's import in the water pit. Let's put it in our transform group. And our liquid manure pit. is our water pit. So let's bring our water pit about here. Oh no, that's right. We put it here so we wouldn't, so we it would block the ramp, so we couldn't drive up the ramp. Just want to get it as close to this rack as I can, and I don't want to go up too high. Don't want to go too high, but that is about where I want it. So now let's import in our water. Cut it from there. It's going to go up to here. And our water is going to go in here. Actually, let's just leave that at 0 and 0. Let's grab the water plane. I'll bring this back here. Let's come up. About there. About there. So there's our water. The water trigger we're not going to need, so I'm going to delete that out. We're going to use that trigger to drop off our glue and our paper. I'm going to use this trigger to drop off our gypsum. What else do we have? That's going to drop off the gypsum, the diesel, and the water. So that's all of our inputs. We need to output our drywall. And our drywall is going to be a little bit different than it's going to be a little bit different than the other map, I think. Dixie, howdy. Welcome. Trying to rebuild a smaller version of the drywall factory back here next to the refinery. And with Papa having the liquid tankers on the train working now, we should be able to come in here and we should be able to drop off our water, our diesel, our gypsum by train or by truck. And then the same thing over here at the refinery. We should be able to pick up our crude oil with the train and then bring it back here to the refinery and drop it off as crude oil, and then it'll make diesel, and we should be able to pick the diesel up with the train. Now we need our spawners, so let's go back into this map. We need our spawners. I guess this factory is going to be a little bit bigger than I thought. Alright, so let's grab, because I don't want them out exposed to the weather, so let's grab our hull. Let's export that out. And then let's grab our triggers. Extended palette spawner. So So let's grab that. So let's minimize this one. We have to fix our textures first. So let's go to Hall. And we're going to have to go here. New buildings, textures. We need all of these. And they're going to go in here. Alright, so then these can just be changed to textures. That's our hall fixed. And then our hall is fixed. Our extended palette spawner is textures. So that is fixed. And then this we can delete so we don't have duplicate textures. Now let's file, let's import our hall. Let's cut it from there. Let's paste it into here. Alright, so here is our hall. And let us turn it this way and bring you out to here. Bring you back so you're about there. I like that. Now let's bring in our palette spawners. That's going to be our out. So let's cut it from there. Paste it there. Now, where the hell did they go? Please, I don't want to move all of these by hand. There they are. Let's bring you over and down. Let's go to 0. And nope, you were going to have to be spun the opposite way. So let's go to 90. And then I can bring you back. And let's try and get them lined up. Bring them back. And over. And they've got to come back this way a little bit. A little bit more. Is this hall not lined up to 90? It was. I want to come. We've got to come back a little bit more. And we've got to come this way a hair. Still want you back a little bit this way. Nope. I want these to line up. So hard to see. Yeah, that's better. Alright, so there's our drywall. That's our out. I know it may be a pain in the butt to make them find more peeps like the pallet spawners than just spawning them out of the GC menu. But more peeps like the pallet spawners than just spawning them out of the GC menu. Yeah, the pallet spawners they're a pain to get in place sometimes. So even like for some reason this is off, but I think it may be because I don't know if these doors on this hall are even, but if you notice on this side, it's no, I can come back a little bit. It's just so hard to line these up without having to go in and adjust every damn spawner. I got one side lined up and then the other side doesn't want to line up. So I bring them back to line this side up, and then this side's off. I pull this side back a little bit to line that up, and then this one's off. That's a little bit closer. I can still, no, see they're off. I'm going to have to go in and adjust these by hand, and they're going to be a pain. For some reason they are, well, I can make them crooked a little bit, but that's going to make them a little bit harder to line up. Yeah, no, let's go back to 90. I just don't want you to drive onto the spawners when you're driving through the doors. Alright, they look lined up now. Are you too far that way now? You're not touching the wall on this side. You guys touching the wall? Yeah, you're touching the wall on this side. So you have to be slid back. So you're not touching the wall. And you're not touching that pallet. You're not touching the wall. I think they're all good now. They can't be touching each other and they can't be touching the wall or they won't spawn in right. Yeah, I'm going to end up moving these by hand for some reason. So let's move you back a little bit. Move you back a little bit. It's going to drive me nuts if they're in the way of the truck when you drive in. You're about good there. Slide you back a little bit. That should be better. And this one, let's go back. Let's bring you back a little bit. I know why. Every one of these spawners is not lined out to 0. That's why they're giving me a hard time. But they're close enough. Alright, so that row, rest of that row is good. The rest of this row, I just have to adjust a little bit. So you can come back. You can come back. Alright, so that's our drywall. Alright, so this needs alright, so that's that for now. You need I'm going to put our camera in next. So you need a camera. And let's go to 0, 0, and 0. And we have to put our global company camera in, or the factory will not work. Let's bring you over. Let's bring you over here. Turn you around. Bring you back, and then face the factory. Alright, so you're good. So there's our camera. We still need a player trigger, and then any sound nodes that we want to bring in. We'll use the sound node from the generator. We'll leave the sound node from the generator in. What sound node are we using in the refinery? It's using the fountain. Oh yeah, we can put the fountain jet over here by the water. That works. So let's copy this. That's the beehive. So let's cut it from there. Let's put it into here. And let's bring this down by the water. So there's our water sound. And let's make sure it's not too loud. Yep, the volume looks good. So there's that. We need to pick up our so that's our drywall are out. We have to pick up our sewage. So where do we want to pick up our sewage at? I think we're going to put over here. Yeah. So let's come over here to the refinery. Let's grab where are you? Alright, I can't find it in the refinery. Let's find it in the coal mine. Liquid manure pit. I think it's that one. Duplicate that. If it's not the right one, we can delete it. So let's cut it from there. Let's put it in here. Yep, that's the one I want. So this will be our where we pick up our sewage. So there's our sewage. Now we need a trigger for our sewage. So let's come up back up to here. Let's go to out. We need this loading trigger 2. Duplicate that. Cut it from there. I'll paste it into there. So this will be our sewage trigger. Perfect. Looks like this guy's got to come up a little bit though. Yeah. So that is that. Now we need our, so, alright, so our ACE drive, this extra transform group I won't need anymore, it's empty. Let's come over here to the refinery, duplicate this, cut it from there, let's paste it into here, and why is there only one? Oh, because they're separated. So let's put them in place one at a time. So let's delete these extra 3. So this one here is our trash. And let's move our trash down to this side. And I should not have deleted that extra transform group out because I need it. I knew I had one in there for a reason. Alright, so there's our trash. Let's create another transform group. Cut it from there. Let's paste it into here. And this is going to be PS for particle systems. Let's grab, let's go File, Import, Ricciville, Particle Systems Global Company, Smoke. Let's cut it from there. Paste it here, and it has to get renamed Smoke 2. You're going to go there. Make you a little bit smaller, and tilt you forward. So there's that one. Let's go File, Import, let's grab another one. Let's cut it from there, paste it in here. This becomes Smoke 3. Let's make you wider. A little bit bigger this way. And let's get you a little bit shorter. And about there. So there's our smoke up there. Yeah, let's just throw another one down here. So this one I can duplicate now. And it becomes number 4. there. Let me give this a quick save. Yeah, guys, I'm not going to be able to go too much longer, so I'm going to have to jump off of here for lunch, and then I have some errands to run with my sister. So after we get done with the errands before dinner, I'll probably jump back on. Whatever we don't get finished here, we can finish after dinner. Alright, so let's go through this. So our glue, make sure everything we have in so far is exactly where I want it. So our glue and our paper triggers are going to be here. So that's all in place. Our paper is good. Our gypsum is good. Our water is good. So that's all of our ins. Our outs, we have our pallet spawners. So they're in place. We have our loading trigger for our sewage, so that's taken care of. We have our camera, which is taken care of. We have our sound. We have our spawners for our trash. We have our particle systems. So I think that's all we need. So our ace drywall, we have our glue, we have our paper, we have our gypsum, we have our diesel, we have our water. We're going to output our drywall, our sewage, and then we're going to add trash to it. So that essentially is the factory without the XML work done yet. So I'm going to create another transform group. I'm going to cut it from there. Let's paste it into here. And let's call it trees. We are going to take one of these guys. Let's duplicate it. Let's cut it from there. Let's paste it into here. And let's continue our trees down here for this factory. Just to get some vegetation in place. So now let's grab some. So let's go rough dirt. And let's grab some dirt through here. And then let's grab our deco foliage. And then let's bring some weeds and some goodies along here. Well, let's take some out of here. Make sure they're not in the tank. But even if you have a little bit of weeds growing in the tank, I can live with that. But let's go. We can see around the trees. Get some through here. Let's bring some out here. That'll work. Let's take some up on the hill a little bit. Alright, so that's that half. Let's do the same thing over here. Let's bring some of the dirt along here. And I might as well just take it straight over to the tunnel entrance. That'll work. So let's duplicate this guy. Let me go control. So I have him loose. So let's throw a few along here. And about there. Let's grab some more of our deco foliage. Small leaf. Bring some along here. So that is that mess. Now let's come over here. Let's get some dirt along here. And let's throw some along there. Some in here. Grab want that there. Just want to put some along here. let's mix in some of this other one in. And over here, let's get some dirt. Matter of fact, where is that tree? Let's grab this guy. Let's throw some dirt along here. And let's get some that it's growing up through here. We can actually go tall. Let's get some weeds in there since that's not, let's say this isn't being used anymore. And then, yeah, get some weeds on this side so they're growing up through off the ramp. That works for me. And then on this side of the building, let's get some dirt. A little bit of dirt here. That works. Oh, wrong one. Let's go back to small. Throw some weeds in here. Let's throw some weeds along here. That works. And yeah, let's do it. We are going to need, let's get, alright, so let's get a road coming through here, a road coming through here, a road coming through here. Let's make it look like we're driving through here. Through here. Through there, and let's take a road. So we're driving through here. Now let's bring this guy from the tunnel around this way. It's coming that way. And then let's bring, let's come over here first. Let's bring a road through here, hook it up with this guy. Let's bring this guy around, out this way. Now we can come around. Let's go this way or this way. And let's come out of here. Let's merge these together. And same thing coming out of here. And let's bring that up that way. Or back this way. And let's come up here. So we're coming out of here. Sort of merge these together. So we can go that way. We can come out this way. I can live with that. So let's annoy everybody and put a tree here. Oh, I wanted that left on deco foliage. Let's go like that. And then let's get a let's grab this guy, duplicate him, put him in this transform group, and let's go about here. So let's go here. Let's go back to our small and just throw some weeds in here. And just make it look like it's been here a while. Alright, so that's all. Let's give this a quick save, make it look like it's been there a while. Rob VTV, sorry I haven't been checking chat. Hello. When this update go online, do I have to start it? Yes, when Ricciville is updated, it's going to require a new game save. And when Richie's Hollow is updated, it's also going to require a new game save. But this map is going to have the identical, this map now has the identical fill types, fill planes, particle effects, palettes as the Hollow map. This map now has the new animals in it. It has the goats, the dogs, the donkeys, and the ducks in it. It has all the new animal feeds in it. And I'm just going to put the very basics in it. So it has Mammoth Mills built in, the refineries built in, the drywall factory is going to get built in, the apiary, the orchards and greenhouses, and the textile mill. That's the only thing that's going to get built into this map, and then all the rest of the future factories will be placeable. Alright, so that is, let's close our coal mine, let's close our refinery. This is the drywall factory. Now I need to get our signs on the building, if we have room for signs. So let's import Ricciville, new buildings, display. Let's cut it from there, let's paste it into here. Let's get this guy about here. Pull him out so he doesn't look like he's floating. So that's that one. And then that's our lit sign. I only want one of those. I want to grab our, where's my other sign? Ace sign. Let's cut it from there. Paste it in here. So let's turn you, pull you forward a little bit. I don't mind you over the window. Let's get you here. And about there. And just one on this side of the building somewhere. So let's bring you back, flip you around. We'll come over about here. Put you about there. Yeah, why not? Let's go one more. Turn you this way. Rob, yeah, it's going to be a few more weeks yet before this, everything is built into this map and we have it tested. You have at least another 2 or 3 weeks before this update's done. But it'll have all the basics built into the map. Alright, so that is going to be there. Alright, it's 11:45. I'm going to go about another few minutes and then I'll get out of here and I'll try and come back on at some point this afternoon, maybe in about 2 or 3 hours, and we'll come in and we'll finish this factory up and we'll get the glue factory in. Alright, so let me save that. Let's go in here. This is the Ritchie Island. This is the islands. So I'm going to copy that into the Ricciville file. And then we're going to add one more output. We're going to add output 3. And output 3 is going to be trash. So now we have to make sure we have everything defined down here. So we need to have glue. We don't have, so we need to put glue. Gypsum we have. paper we have. So I need to put, yeah, glue. I don't have glue down here, so let's add glue. Alright, so that we have glue down there. We have paper down there, we do. We have gypsum down there, we do. Diesel water. And do I have drywall down there? We do. Sewage and trash is good. So this is now complete. Let's go Ricciville, Placeables, Global Company. I want to go Ritchie Islands, Placeables, Global Company, and let's grab Ace Drywall, paste it into here. Now one thing I forgot to do in here, we have to change this from Ritchie Islands to Ricciville. Or the factory will not work. And now let's take Ace Drywall and we have to change it from the islands photo to the Ricciville photo. And then we have to take all of Ritchie Islands and replace it with Ricciville. And now we'll fix all of this mess after lunch. We got to fix all of our triggers. We have to fix all of our visibility nodes. We have to fix all of our fill planes. We have to add trash to the output, and then we have to fix all of our smoke particles and fix all of our i3D pathing. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it here for now. I am going to leave it here for now. I'm going to grab, I've got to grab lunch, and then like I said, I've got to run out with my sister for some errands. Probably be gone about 2 hours, and I'll try and come back in and finish this factory, and we'll see if we can get the glue factory in. Dixie, if you have any questions on Ritchie Islands, let me know. Yeah, Dixie, if she's online, she's awesome. I didn't catch her stream last night. I was already sleeping when I saw her go live. When I woke up this morning, I saw she was live last night. But y'all have a good afternoon, and I'll be back in about, I don't know, 2.5 hours or so.